everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I attended the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo yesterday in Georgia, and I had such a great time. I wanted to come on and share with you guys all the things that I bought, some tips and tricks of how to kind of make the most of your Scrapbook Expo experience, and also share some things that I learned in the classes that I took. So first off, if you sign up for 3 classes or more, you get this extra little bonus, which is this really sturdy box container, which is great for storing your 3D projects or projects in progress. And this was the same giveaway gift that they had last year. And I'm glad I picked up a second one because I needed it actually to store some of the projects that I made. The other thing that I got, and I think everybody gets when they sign up in advance and buy the tickets in advance, is just this little bag, this reusable bag that is from Consumer Crafts. And it was really handy because as you buy things at different shops, they ask you if you want a little bag or whatever, but I'd rather they save their bags and save the environment, and I just use this reusable bag. And I dumped things a couple of times into the trunk of my car just so that I wouldn't have to carry things around, especially between classes, but this was very useful. Next, I wanted to share with you guys some make and takes and some demo pieces that I picked up. So first off, from Kraft Fantastic, I've taken a couple of their classes in the past, and it's basically making little jewelry pieces with beveled glass. And you take an image that's laser printed or that quality, and they have some materials, and you do this little free make and take, and you can buy a little pendant piece and a necklace for $3, I think. I didn't buy that because I plan to use this on a scrapbook layout that I'm making for my niece because she recently traveled in Paris. So I thought that would be perfect for her layout. Next, I did this little make and take. I actually can't remember the booth where this was, but in any event, it was basically stenciling around, just drawing with a pencil around a cross stencil and then watercoloring. And the shimmer on this is just beautiful. And I think I'm gonna cut this down and maybe use this on a layout for a page where I have pictures of a cemetery that we visited when we were in Scotland. Or maybe it was Ireland, I can't remember. Anyway, I thought this came out really clean and beautiful and very shimmery, so I thought that would be good to use. This was at the Stampin' Up booth, and it was a make and take just to do some quick layered stamping. This was a new set that they had in their recent release, as was this punch, and I thought this was very pretty, very simple, and they even give you an envelope to go with it. I messed up on my stamping. The edge of the stamp got stamped right there. It's not a very exact kind of stamping, as you can tell, but if I end up using this card, I'll put like a little butterfly sticker or something like that on this card, but really quick, fun, easy. This was from a table where they were demoing gold foiling, which I always have watched lots of videos and I've always thought it was really cool, but seeing it firsthand really was different. And I thought this little demo piece, Oh Happy Day, would be great to add to a little card. And the gold foiling was really cool. She used the negative sometimes and the positive other times, and did multiple lamination to do the foiling, and it was really cool, very worth watching live, I thought. And I thought this would be a useful little piece to add to a card. This was in a booth where they were demoing Ken Oliver color bursts, and I have a couple of sets of those and I love them, but I've never used them to really do this kind of more painterly stamping. This was a set of flamingos, and I just think it looks really cool, very loose, watercolory. And the bottom area here, I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but that was mixing the pigment powder of a blue along with a metallic. You know, those liquid metallics that Ken Oliver has. And I never knew how to use those liquid metallics, but this was really cool. And he did some heat embossing for the legs and the beaks, and then did like a little simple frame around it. And I thought this was a really fun, simple card. I'm going to crop around it so it's a little more straight, and probably take a little eraser to see if I can get that little smudge off of the top of the card front. But I thought this was a really great demo to watch. So I can't wait to try that out with my own color burst powders. So those were the make and takes and demos that I saw. Now, for a little tip on how to get the most out of your Scrapbook Expo experience. If you pre-register for your classes and admission, then you will get a few emails like the week or two before the actual expo. And one of the key things to look at is the map. I printed out the map of the, floor plan of the convention floor and the coupon list. This year, I think the coupon list was something like 8 pages. Now, there were a lot of duplicates and things like that, but I went through and really had organized. I'd put into a list all of the early bird specials that they had in the first 2 hours of the show. Now, for me, I only had 1 hour because I had a class that started at 10. But early bird specials generally are the first 2 hours of the show. So let me go through with you what I found. So the first place was I think it was Craft Makers or something like that. That booth had Jolie Boutique stickers. Now, there wasn't a huge selection, but their stickers were 2 for $1 or 50 cents each. And all of these vary in their normal retail prices, but I picked out these 2. This one I thought would be cool for a steampunk project. Sorry, the lighting isn't great here. I'm getting a lot of glare. And this one I thought would be fun to add to my vacation mini album where my husband and I had gone to Las Vegas. So I thought these were really great deals for 50 cents each. And the only thing was that you had to pay in cash. So I got to skip the line, pay the lady who was standing right there just $1, and I picked up these 2 sticker sets. Great deal. Next, I also made sure I went to Tesla because their early bird special was any die set by Elentina was 50% off. So I went over, and of course, the minute I saw this puppy die set, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. And for 50% off, so I paid, including tax, $11.15. And I just think that is so stinking cute. I can't wait to use this. These dogs don't look anything like my dogs, but they're still so darn cute. I love them. And then, of course, the bone and the paw print. You can't go wrong. At least a dog lover can't go wrong with it off. And you had to give them your coupon. So if you didn't pre-print that, you were kind of out of luck. The next thing was the Close to My Heart booth had 50% off of any stamp set. And it could have been a new release or an older one. And I have been wanting this stamp set for quite a while. There is a YouTuber, Kay Routis, who has made a few cards with this stamp set a while back. But I just love the way it looks. And she does this kind of like ombre coloring with inks combined on these surfboards. It was just so darn cute. So I've been wanting this for a while. But for $15.05, I thought that's a little pricey. But for 50% off, including tax, it was only $8.42. So I thought that was great. And again, I needed to use the coupon that I had pre-printed. So great deal for the early birds. And the last thing was at Art Impressions. They have a lot of great new stamps, pop-ups, 3D, trifold, all this stuff. But really the stamp set that I really wanted to get was this adorable little doggy kisses set. And it's got these sweet little dogs. This one's all cuddly with his teddy bear. And this one's, recovering, as is this one. I love this sentiment. It says, on the bright side, you don't need a cone. And this is so cute. Sending doggy kisses to help you feel better. Look at that tongue and look at that puddle of drool by his foot. So, so cute. And this was 30% off. One stamp set, any of them that they had, for 30% off, and you needed to have your coupon printed. And if you were there early enough, you got a choice of this stamp or this stamp as a giveaway. Now, I already had the monkey stamp from last year's Scrapbook Expo, so I picked out this adorable little turtle. Isn't he so cute? The year before, by the way, they had this one as a free giveaway. So Art Impressions is definitely a great booth to visit. They also have really wonderful demos of watercoloring with markers and their stamps. So it's just fabulous. I absolutely love visiting this booth. Now, that was all for the early bird specials, but Just Right Paper Crafts, which is a store that also does some classes. If you took a class, you got to pick, I think, one stamp set from the Just Right section, but their booth had some amazing, great deals. in the lawn fawn section, they didn't have a huge selection, but in that section, it was a buy one, get one, stamps or dies. And I just couldn't remember which dies I had and which ones I didn't, but they had lots and lots of dies, fewer stamp sets. But for 50, you know, a BOGO situation, I was like, oh, I got to make this work. So I bought this one, which is the Bon Voyage set. So cute. Great for travel themed things. So I'm excited to use this for my scrapbook layouts for my recent vacation. And then there's this one, Bun in the Oven. And this is so cute. It's got little cupcakes and cinnamon rolls and little frosting toppers and buns and little faces that you can add to things. It's so darn cute. Now, it's clearly for a baby kind of card, but it can also be used, I think, with their oven set, which I do have. I don't have this one, but so for both of these, it was $8.51 after tax. So that's a pretty great deal. So it was a buy one, get one. Next, I went to Tall Mouse. They have great products, really amazing prices. And if you bought $20 or more, you got another gift, not a gift bag. It was a shopping bag, you know, one of those reusable bags. I didn't actually spend that much there, but what I did find, I was really excited about. So these little nail art pieces are so darn cute. These have a whole bunch of little dragonflies. They're really teeny tiny because they're for nail art, but I thought they would be adorable little shaker pieces. And I also picked up one with flowers. So aren't they so cute? And each one of these was just $1.50. And if you bought, I think 5, you would get the 6th one free or something like that. I just didn't want that many. I wanted to see how these would go, but I just think they're so cute. Part of me wishes I had bought a couple more. They also had in the sticker section, these dimensional stickers, and this one was a puppy one, so I couldn't pass it up. It was just $1, really great. And then lastly, they had in these little glass jars up at the front, right by the register, a whole bunch of little jewelry pieces. And this is so darling. It's a huge pin, and then it's got some weaving of some cording here, and then it's got little loops so you can add charms. But this one was already made doggy themed. It's so stinking cute. It's got a tassel with a little rhinestone. This one says good dog. This little puppy totally reminds me of my bandito, even though it's got the prick ears rather than the drop ears, like my puppy. But the patches of color around the eyes, I thought totally reminded me of my bandito. This one says Bow Wow, and this is a little terrier. Now, if I find a poodle one that's in gold metal or without metal, I might swap this one out, but how cute is this for $3? Isn't that amazing? I don't even think you can buy the pin for $3, let alone all of this, all done. And I don't know where I'm going to use it, but I had to get it for $3. So all of these pieces was just $7.42. That's an amazing deal, I think. Next, so I took a couple of classes from Heartfelt Creations. I took this Under the Sea card making class, and in an hour and a half, you make 3 full cards, completely done, other than glittering, which I didn't really want to do there because I didn't want to have glitter all over myself all day long. But these classes, this Under the Sea one was $36. And it was for an hour and a half, so it's a good long time. And they teach you how to make these cards from start to finish. And so I have my cards already made, other than the glitter, and they're beautiful. They teach you how to mold the flowers. They tell you how to ink them up. They have the complete design. All the papers are cut for you. They give you a whole bag of these prills that actually are really expensive in their shop. And I think it came out beautiful. They made a shaker. Well, why don't I just open this up and I'll show you all the individual cards a little bit better. So there's this one, which has an acetate front window and a beautiful, this is just, you know, Heartfelt Creations paper. They just have beautiful papers, kind of like Graphic 45 in that sense. This one is a shaker one, and we put prills inside. So you see all the prill pieces moving around in there. I don't know if that's coming across, especially with the plastic covering, but really cute little fish that we also dry embossed with an embossing tool. And this was a great tip that I learned in this class, which was, you know how you use like a soft foamy piece on top of which you kind of put your paper and then do the embossing, you know, with an embossing tool. They suggested using 2 layers of this. So I'm gonna go pick up another mouse pad. I will say their embossing kit is $40, which I think is really expensive. I generally use my Spellbinders tool-in-one, and I have a few different, you know, attachment pieces. This is the small one, and I have a big one, and I actually use both of those a lot. So this one just removes out, and I can put another one in. But the Heartfelt Creations one is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great embossing tool, but I don't know about paying $40 for it. But the tip that I learned that I wanted to convey to you is to use 2 layers of the, you know, mushy foam underneath to get really good embossing, which was really great for me to learn because I think it really helped these flowers look much more dimensional. And then there's this card here too. And I just think their papers are beautiful and their card designs are wonderful. And for $36, you know, it's a little bit pricey, you might think, for a class just to make 3 cards, but you learn a lot. Plus, they give you a coupon. The back of this has a coupon for your choice of any stamp set in their booth. So I picked out this stamp set. Isn't it so cute? I've been wanting this so much since they released their puppy line. This is the Paw Effect Pooches. And I just think that's so darn cute. I love this little line of puppies. This one looks like a little Pomeranian, some spotted dogs like my Bandito or Dalmatian. This one looks like a terrier. This one looks like a lab. Look at that puppy licking the other puppy. So precious. And then it has this little puppy face and then bones and some sentiments. So really, really cute. $19.99, and I got it for free for taking the class. So really, the class is more like $16 at the end because you get the stamp set. The other class that I took from Heartfelt Creations was rose making. And I have made paper flowers before, but to make this rose is so incredibly complex, I think. But I finally think I've got it. And really the trick at the end, there was some inking, paper, you know, molding, embossing, and then adding the glitter. And what was really key that I had never thought of before was little cut glass. This is like glitter, but it's really glass. And I have a whole tub of this sitting in my craft closet that has been sitting in there for over 2 years and I've never opened. I mean, the brilliance of this, I hope this is coming across in the video. It is absolutely stunning. Look at how beautiful and detailed that looks. You know, I generally think, oh, I can buy paper flowers. I don't need to make them. But when they come out this gorgeous, it might just be worth the effort to make the handmade flowers yourself. So I have a couple of floral Heartfelt Creations stamps and dies. I also have lots of flower dies from Diamond Dies where I'm on the design team. So I have some practicing and playing to do because I just think this is spectacular. And this class, I believe, was just $30 because it's an hour-long class. And again, you get the free coupon. It's on the back of this sheet for a free stamp set of your choice. So every Heartfelt Creations class has that free stamp coupon. So I picked out this stamp set. This is Pampered Pooch Pals. And of course, this little line of puppies was right up my alley. And this little puppy, which is, you know, these pictures are tiny, but their actual stamps are much bigger. This one is actually about that big. And I just think that's so cute with a puppy paw over its eye. And these little puppies are hugging. Isn't that sweet? So again, $19. So really the class was more like $10. And you end up learning great techniques and come out with some extra product too. They gave us a whole nother set of flowers so we could practice at home. I will definitely be using these and practicing. Lastly, my last class, because you know I signed up for 3 classes and got the free little box, the storage container. This last one is mixed media. And I didn't finish yet, as you can see, but I had so much fun in this class. I don't like getting messy, but this was so, so much fun. And I can't wait to finish this up, hopefully this weekend. It's a canvas. Look at this. I mean, what a great way to make a shadow box. I never thought of that before. So you take the reverse side of a canvas, and you know, right now I think Michael's has a package of 5 canvases, 16 by 20, so much bigger than this, for $10. You can't get a shadow box for that price. And you can get 5 of them at Michael's right now, bigger. And basically what you did is you took some gesso, and where the wood molding is, it meets the canvas on the back side. You just take some plain white gesso. You also cover up the staple areas with gesso. Let that dry a little bit. Then you take some tissue paper. You can use plain tissue paper and stamp on it, but she actually had some old Tim Holtz tissue paper with these great, beautiful butterflies and text and musical notes. And so I just put that on. And the other thing that I learned, besides using the back of a canvas, was using Beacon 3-in-1. This is a fantastic glue that dries almost instantaneously, it felt like. And you don't have to worry about using a heat gun or a glue gun. This was so great. I just put this on, you know, dabbled it on like that, and then pushed the tissue paper down, and it stuck immediately. I mean, it was incredible. Same with this background piece. This is actually a watercolor paper. I believe this was Strathmore or Canson, I'm not sure. But we played with stencils. That's this area here, and you can see little bits of it here and there. Sprays here and here. And this was by Art Anthology. So obviously we were using their products for the most part. But if you have sprays at home, this would be a great project to do. A little stenciling. She has a product that dries completely clear, but you put down this product and then put seed beads on it, and you get great texture. Look at that. So cool. This is just a little tag that's also sprayed. Some chipboard words that we gessoed first so that we got rid of the kind of the dull brown background of chipboard. And then we painted over with Art Anthology paints, but you could use any kind of paint for that. We did the white first, and then I put 2 colors. There was like a teal color like this, and then there was like a darker blue, that because I wanted the words and the key to pop a little bit, not be distracting. So I wanted it to kind of coordinate with the green spray that I used in the back. But I just think this is so cool. I have a few more things that I want to add to it, some flowers and things like that. And I'm going to do a separate video where I walk through the process and complete this canvas, hopefully on camera with you guys. But this was a really, really fun class. And this one was $30 as well. And you walk out with almost a completed piece and learning so much. And, you know, tips like this, I can't wait to finish this up. And it was the best use of $30 in my mind, because it really got my fear of mixed media down several notches in the span of an hour, which is pretty amazing. And this was super fun. And I'm actually even considering attending their cruise. She was saying that Art Anthology is going to do a cruise next May. It's a Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Seas cruise in the Caribbean, and they're going to have mixed media classes in them. So how cool is that? So these are some of the great yummies that I picked up, including things that I made, and I had a wonderful, wonderful time. I hope this video actually helps those of you who haven't yet attended a Scrapbook Expo or are planning to soon. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.